Hello and welcome to the Edexcel GCSE New Style grades 9 through 1. This is the paper 1MA1/2F. It's the second paper in the foundation tier. It is a calculator paper and we're picking up in question 12. You can use the information in the table to convert between kilometres and miles. Use this information to draw a conversion graph. Now I've already drawn the conversion graph because I don't draw and write very neatly, and it took me a while to actually write everything in. So the first thing we need to do is to draw in to figure out a scale for the y-axis, because this isn't on the paper. So I looked at the biggest numbers I've got, or the range of numbers I've got. So I've got the smallest is 0 and the biggest is 64. So I know I want to go from 0 to 64 at the very most. And I counted the number of big squares, and there are 7 big squares, so the best scale to me was going up in lumps of 10. So that's why I've written 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 up the y-axis. Now the next thing to do is to actually plot the graph. Now I know that kilometres to miles is a straight line, and if you know that, then you can just take the first point and the last point and draw a straight line between them, and there's your graph. However, if you don't know that, plot every single point and you can see and even prove to yourself that that will fall on a straight line. So we take our 0, 0, and that's just here at the origin, and we pop a point here. We take our 5 and 8. Now 5 is halfway between 0 and 10. So we come up through here and we put our point just 2 points below the 10, or 2 little squares below the 10, and that will be our 8. And then we've got 20 and 32, so we go to the 20, which is conveniently already marked, and we go up, and we're looking for 32 up the y-axis, so we've got 10, 20, 30, and then it's 2 more above the 30 line, and then we put our point here. And the last point is 40 and 64, so we've got a 40 along the x-axis, or 40 miles, and we go up to 64. Well, we know the top of the graph is 70 because we set the scale there, so the next big one down is 60, and then we want to go up 4 from the 60, or we could come down 1 from the 65, and there's our other point. And then we get our straight edge or ruler and we draw a straight line. So now we can read off any miles or kilometres that we want to. And if we come down, the next part of the question says, which is further, 20 kilometres or 15 miles? You must show how you got your answer. You can show how you got your answer on the graph. So the way to do it is to either read off 20 kilometres, which is here, go across to where the line is, and then come down to the miles, and you'll see that's 2.5 squares over the 10, so 20 kilometres is 12.5 miles. Alternatively, and you don't do both, you could do either, you go to the 15 mile mark, which is here, and you read up your graph until you get to your line, and then you read across, and you see that it's 1 less than the 25 mark, so that's 24 kilometres. So 15 miles is 24 kilometres, 20 kilometres is 12.5 miles, so which is further? Well, clearly 15 miles is further than 20 kilometres. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.